President Obama is asking for a smaller, less expensive helicopter, but his request is running into turbulence. Only one defense contractor has said it will bid on the contract. Major Garrett is at the White House. Major, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie and Gail. The president's jet, Air Force One, and his limousine, around here we call it the Beast, are brand new. But the White House helicopter fleet is more than 35 years old. Now, when the president first came to the White House, he resisted getting a new batch of helicopters, arguing that all cost too much. Then he approved a smaller, cheaper fleet. But the pursuit of lower costs, ironically, may stick the taxpayers with a higher-priced monopoly. We take for granted the short stroll from the Oval Office to the awaiting helicopter. Presidents Obama and George W. Bush, Bill Clinton and George Herbert Walker Bush, Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter have all used the same fleet. President Nixon used the fleet too. His defiant gesture after resigning made Marine One a backdrop to ignominy. When a president steps aboard, the helicopter becomes Marine One. Presidents have flown on it to the pyramids in Egypt, to the Golden Gate Bridge, and when they still stood, the Twin Towers. It's faster than the limousine, more nimble than Air Force One, but
the existing helicopter fleet is extremely old. It doesn't have a lot of the modern, even safety features, communication features. It's kind of like driving around in an old car from Detroit when you know what all the new models look like.
At first, President Obama resisted mothballing the old fleet after his rival in the 2008 campaign, John McCain, put him on the spot.
Their helicopter is now going to cost as much as Air Force One.
That was when several companies were bidding to build 28 new choppers at a cost of more than $13 billion.
I think it is an example of the procurement process gone amok.
The president told the Navy, which oversees the helicopter contracting process, he wanted a cheaper, smaller fleet with fewer technical and communications assets than originally called for. That's created more problems than Mr. Obama anticipated. Only one defense contractor, Sikorsky, has said it will bid on the contract. It provided this sketch for the new Marine One. Thursday is the deadline for all bids. Other companies that bid in 2009 are unlikely to compete this time because they can't make money redesigning a smaller, cheaper craft.
Then you go back and say, well, then why did you reduce the requirements? Why did you dumb this down? Was it simply to make it cheaper? And is that the right thing to do?
It's unclear what will happen if only Sikorsky submits a bid for the new helicopter fleet, other than it will undermine the concept of defense contractor competition, embarrass the White House, and probably lead to higher costs single-source monopoly contracts usually do. Charlie and Gail.
Thanks, Major.